What if I told you that one of the biggest threats to your financial future isn't inflation, taxes, or even a market crash? It's sitting in your driveway right now. For most people, a car is the second largest purchase they'll ever make after buying a home. And yet, it's often the least understood. People spend months researching smartphones, weeks comparing televisions, days reading reviews before buying a laptop, then walk into a dealership and commit tens of thousands of dollars to a vehicle they haven't fully analyzed financially. The result? Years of unnecessary payments, higher insurance costs, lost investment opportunities, and wealth that quietly disappears without anyone noticing. The problem isn't owning a car. Most people need one. The problem is buying more car than you can actually afford. In this episode, we're going to uncover the hidden financial cost of vehicle ownership, explore the rules that can help you make smarter decisions, and show how one good car decision can potentially save you hundreds of thousands of dollars over a lifetime. Cars are fascinating financial assets because, unlike investments, most cars do one thing exceptionally well. They lose value. The moment a new car leaves the dealership, it begins depreciating, not because there's anything wrong with it, but because it's no longer new. Year after year, most vehicles become worth less than they were before. And that's what makes car purchases unique. You're often financing a depreciating asset, an asset that becomes less valuable over time. That doesn't automatically make buying a car a bad decision, but it does mean the decision deserves careful consideration because every dollar committed to a vehicle is a dollar that can't be invested elsewhere. The real cost of a car. When people shop for vehicles, they usually focus on one number, the monthly payment. Can I afford $600 per month? Can I afford $800 per month? Can I afford $1,000 per month? But that's the wrong question, because the monthly payment hides the true cost. The real cost includes the purchase price, interest payments, insurance, fuel, maintenance, repairs, registration, taxes, and depreciation. All of these costs matter. A vehicle isn't just something you buy. It's something you continue paying for long after the purchase. And understanding total ownership costs can dramatically change how you evaluate a vehicle. Dealerships understand psychology. They know many buyers focus on monthly payments rather than total cost. That's why conversations often sound like this. What monthly payment are you looking for? Not, what total cost are you comfortable paying? Because it's much easier to make an expensive vehicle appear affordable when stretched across a longer loan. The payment becomes smaller, but the total cost often becomes much larger. This is why focusing exclusively on monthly payments can be dangerous. You may end up agreeing to a much more expensive purchase than you realize. Always evaluate the total financial commitment, not just the monthly amount. One of the most practical guidelines for vehicle purchases is the 24-10 rule. It's simple. Put at least 20% down. Finance for no more than 4 years. Keep total transportation costs below 10% of your gross income. Why does this rule matter? Because it creates boundaries. Boundaries protect you from overextending yourself. A larger down payment reduces borrowing. A shorter loan reduces interest costs. And the income limit helps ensure transportation doesn't consume too much of your financial capacity. Is this rule perfect? No, but it provides a useful framework for avoiding some of the most common mistakes people make. Another useful guideline is what many investors refer to as the 25 to 35 rule. The idea is straightforward. The value of your vehicle should generally remain a reasonable percentage of your annual income or overall financial situation. The exact percentage can vary depending on circumstances, but the principle remains the same. Avoid allowing your car to become your largest financial achievement. Too many people drive luxury vehicles while having minimal savings. They have impressive cars, but weak financial foundations. A car should support your life, not become the center of it. Now let's discuss something most people never calculate. Opportunity cost. Suppose you spend an extra $500 every month on a more expensive vehicle. $500 may not seem life-changing, but what happens if that money were invested instead? Month after month, year after year, decade after decade. The answer can be shocking. Those seemingly small decisions compound, just like investments compound. The money isn't only what you're spending, it's also what that money could have become. This is why expensive car purchases often have a larger impact than people realize. The true cost isn't just today's payment, it's the future wealth that payment prevents from being created. If the numbers are so obvious, why do people still overspend? Because cars are emotional. Cars represent success, freedom, identity, status, achievement. And marketers understand this perfectly. They don't sell transportation. They sell feelings, they sell lifestyles, they sell aspirations. There's nothing wrong with enjoying a nice vehicle. The danger comes when emotions completely override financial reality. Because lenders don't care how exciting the car feels, the payments remain the same. One of the most surprising things about many financially successful people is how ordinary their vehicles often are. Not because they can't afford more, but because they understand the trade-off. They recognize that every dollar tied up in a depreciating asset is a dollar unavailable for wealth-building opportunities. This doesn't mean wealthy people never buy expensive cars. Some do. The difference is timing. Many build wealth first, then purchase luxury items later, instead of purchasing luxury items first and hoping wealth follows. That's an important distinction. Buying used versus buying new. One of the most common financial debates is whether to buy new or used. The answer depends on your situation. New vehicles offer reliability, warranty coverage, modern features, predictable maintenance. Used vehicles often offer better value because someone else has already absorbed much of the initial depreciation. Neither option is automatically right or wrong. The key is understanding the trade-offs and making a decision that aligns with your financial goals. Not your ego, not social pressure, not advertising, your goals. How to buy a car without hurting your future. Here's a simple framework. First, determine what you can comfortably afford. Not what the lender approves, not what the dealership suggests, what you can truly afford. Second, consider total ownership costs, not just payments. Third, avoid extending loan terms simply to lower monthly payments. Fourth, prioritize reliability over status. And finally, remember that transportation is a tool, a very useful tool, but still a tool. The goal is getting from point A to point B efficiently while preserving as much financial flexibility as possible. Here's a question worth asking before any vehicle purchase. If you bought this car tomorrow, would it move you closer to financial freedom or further away? Sometimes the answer is obvious, sometimes it's uncomfortable, but it's always worth asking because every major purchase influences your future. And smart financial decisions aren't about deprivation, they're about alignment, making sure your spending supports the life you're trying to build. Let's quickly review a few common mistakes. Buying based solely on monthly payments. Financing for excessively long periods. Ignoring total ownership costs. Choosing status over affordability. Rolling old debt into new loans. And failing to consider opportunity cost. Avoiding just a few of these mistakes can dramatically improve your long-term financial position, because vehicle decisions are often much larger than they appear. Cars are important. They provide mobility, convenience, freedom, and for many people they're a necessity, but they should never come at the expense of your financial future. Understand depreciation. Focus on total cost, follow sensible guidelines, and always consider the opportunity cost of every dollar you spend. Because wealth isn't built by making perfect decisions, it's built by making consistently good ones. And one of the best financial decisions you can make is ensuring your vehicle supports your goals instead of delaying them. In the next episode, we'll tackle one of the biggest financial debates of all time. Should you rent or buy a home? We'll examine the numbers, the myths, the hidden costs, and the realities that most people never consider before making one of the biggest financial decisions of their lives. I'll see you in the next episode.